Happy Samhain, everyone. I'm walking in my very dark, very haunted neighborhood, except for when a light goes on. That's motion detection, motion detection light. Anyway, I am, let me see if I can put the little thing on here. Turn this around. So I live in a very, very dark, unknown, quiet, haunted neighborhood in Los Angeles. And nobody really knows about it. People drive past and that's really cool, but nobody really knows about this neighborhood. I mean, kind of some people know about it, but none of the tourists know about it. And I'm not going to give up the name because I don't want tourists coming here. However, sometimes when I walk around at night and it just happens to be Samhain, I get to see ghosts. And we're going to walk around a little bit and check out some of the cool little things at people's houses. I wish you could see the tombstones. You can kind of, but I really like that on their little turret on their house. Anyway, and they've got like spider webs all over their bushes and stuff. That's kind of cool. But this neighborhood is very scary at night, and I always walk around at this time at night. I just have to have you guys look at this. This is crazy. Talk about celebrating Samhain, huh? And celebrating the political climate. It's this huge sign that says vote. How cool is that? Anyway, it's way past all the kids' bedtime, and this is my favorite time to walk around this neighborhood. Here's another haunted house, and that one's actually done quite nice. And there just happens to be a really loud helicopter going by. So, speaking of haunted houses, I grew up across the street from a haunted house. I really did. And I'm going to turn this back around. I don't know if you can't see me because it's so dark, but which I really love, actually. But this is it. It's dark like this all the time here. I mean, except for like an occasional, security car going by. But here's another haunted house. That's cool, huh? Hey, boo. Hey, boo, indeed. Yeah, actually, I can't usually read the comments because I'm usually playing my musical instruments, but today I decided just to take a little walk in the hood. And thanks for saying hi. Hey, boo, Jack. Appreciate it. Anyway, there's still a couple of cranky kids out wanting to get some candy, but for the most part, we were talking actually about my haunted house that I grew up across the street from. So hold on, let me just walk past this relatively busy street. When is the couch auction starting? I don't know. I don't even know what the couch auction is. Check this one out though. Look at this. Wow. This is awesome. Somebody's foot. That's totally great. Rest in peace, Victor von Stein. Wow. This is great, huh? Somebody's into blood and body parts. I'm not so much into blood and body parts. But this is cool. And I don't know why, but there's like Why is there pieces of pasta? This is literally pasta, you guys. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. It's like, it's pasta. Why is there pasta there? I don't understand. Is that something new for Halloween? Pieces of pasta? Another foot. It's pretty awesome. Huh? So, anyway, Jack, you're gonna have to tell me what the hell a couch auction is. I mean, is it something like, you know, not safe for work type thing, or what? Like, I have no clue. Anyway, so we were talking about haunted houses, and I'm going to tell you a little story about a couple of haunted houses. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just kind of my luck or karma or numerology. I don't know what it is, but every place I live, I swear, every place I live either across the street, usually across the street, actually, across the street from a haunted house. Like I told you before, I grew up with this huge abandoned haunted house across the street from me growing up, and we used to sneak into that house when we were kids, and we used to actually, oh my God, it was so scary. We'd go up there, and there was just, everything was like, you know, rotting, and you know, like the walls and the paint were peeling off, and I found some very old pictures, like ancient pictures, and I also found some crystals, actually, which was really interesting, and I ended up keeping those. I've had them for many years. So I know there's a couple cars driving around. See, here's the thing. Because it is a holiday, and it is, for me, it's my New Year's. Technically, this is my New Year's, and any witches out there, happy Samhain. But normally there's not people walking around or driving around here. It's very quiet at night, and it's a great place to take my walks and think about things. And so story number one, I was saying, yeah, it was really cool to grow up across the street from a big haunted house. And then when I moved up to San Francisco, I was still a teenager, late teens, across the street from where I lived I lived on Fell Street, and across the street was Fillmore. And now that's like a really cool area, but way back then it was kind of a little sketchy. But anyway, across the street was a house that was abandoned, and another house abandoned in the city. And anytime somebody bought the house and tried to renovate it, the construction workers would get scared, and they would actually leave the premises because things would start happening. Like, you know, hammers would be flown across the room, and, you know, that type of things. Things would fall. It was really scary for them. So I don't know whatever happened to that house, but it turned out that house actually used to be I know it's really dark here, unfortunately. I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing, but it's really cool that it's so dark. So I'm just going to keep talking and showing you what I can. But anyway, this house across the street turned out it used to be an orphanage, and some of the kids that were there, I guess maybe they died, who knows. But basically what ended up happening is, like, for example, we would look out the window of my apartment, and it was not a windy day, and we would see the front porch light, which was on a chain, swinging violently back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And we were like, what? Who is doing that? And we then were told by our landlord that it used to be an orphanage, and that there were some kids that had, I guess, died there and were still thinking they were alive. Oh, look, speaking of dead and skeletons, we found some more skeletons hanging out here on some nice stairs. What does that say? It says, death becomes you. Rest in peace. That's awesome. And that's somebody's beautiful house. What does this one say? Another one, same thing. Death becomes you. Oh, look at the big old spider. Huge ass spider on here. Hello. Really big spider. Too bad it's not moving and jumping at me. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's go over to the other streets because some of these streets are really my favorite streets. Here's some more stuff. This is like the dregs of Halloween. You can't really see it, but there's a couple little tombstones in there. Okay, moving on. Let's see if we can find some really good stuff. So that was the second haunted house that I had, that I lived next to. Now, you know, I've lived all over the place, but I think the most intense situation happened when this. You can see me a little bit. The most intense situation happened. Oh, we've got some trick-or-treaters coming by here. Here, let's turn it around again. All right. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. Hola. All right, cool. Okay, some trick or treaters. Okay, so the most intense situation, I'm gonna cross the street over here because there's some really cool pumpkins over here. Oh, and they're real. That's neat. Here, check this out. Oh, wow. Look at this. Wow, how cool is that, huh? Are they real? Nope, they're not real. Oh, but they do actually that. That's so cool. Yeah. That's so awesome. How about this one? That's very neat, huh? There's a lot of stuff over there. Oh, okay, all right. We're out. There's some more ghosts on the wall. That's kind of cool. So let me finish this story. Let me finish this story about this neighborhood. So the scariest place, the scariest area I have ever lived is actually here in this particular neighborhood where I've been living now for, I don't know, about 5 or 6 or 7 years, something like that. Yeah, like about 6 years. And the thing about this place is that there's not a lot of, hold on, let me just see something here. There's not a lot of people in this neighborhood, believe it or not. There's all these incredible houses and huge trees and stuff. And they don't have a lot of bright lights. So probably every few months, I will be walking late at night and nobody else is out. I'm the only one out, and it's a pretty safe neighborhood. They've got, you know, some security and stuff, but I don't really actually ever worry about that. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that. I know some people do, but nobody's out. People sometimes are walking their dogs and stuff like that, but here's the thing. When I'm the only one out, you're just kind of sitting here minding your own business, and I'll never forget this. I was walking down the street. We're actually going to go down the street that I saw one of the ghosts. And I was just minding my own business, walking. I think I was even talking to my mother on the phone. And all of a sudden, I am not kidding you. I looked maybe, I don't know, 25 paces ahead of me. And it looked like there was this person. Walking, just casually walking. And it was dark, and they were shadowed. And I was like, sorry, something's catching my eye here, as it always does. It's nothing. So it was very dark, and it was a shadowed image. And as they turned the corner, and I was talking to my mom, as they turned the corner, they didn't turn the corner like a human would. They literally, this image of this person kind of floated and turned right. I'm going to turn this around. Here's another house with some lights. And anyway, it was such a trip to be like, oh my goodness, what happened? You know, like, what was it? Was that a person? Here's some more tombstones. You can see there. Looks like there's somebody up at the door. I'm not interested in going up there though. It's too three-dimensional for me. Oh, but look at this. This is cool. Here we go. Here's a really cool, I think some kids live at this house, because this house every year has always a bunch of cool lights. And so anyway, yeah, this, I'm not kidding, this thing like kind of didn't really turn the corner. It floated, kind of floated around the corner. This is neat, huh? Very cool. And that house is super scary looking. Just saying. Okay. So I didn't know really what to make of it. I was like, and like I said, I think I was on the phone with my mom, and I said, Mom, I think I just saw a ghost, and it was only a quarter block away from me. And then when I walked, you know, I was walking behind it, and when I walked and got to the corner, and I looked down the street, you know, thinking that I was going to see this other person walking, and there was no one there. So it was pretty cool to see that. And it's not the first ghost I've seen in this neighborhood. In fact, I think I'd mentioned a minute ago, I actually see ghosts here probably every couple of weeks if I'm out, and depending on what time I'm out. Like, I'm not going to see any ghosts tonight, unfortunately, because, you know, there's just too much energy in the air. There's too many people around. So anyway, this is my nightly walk, and this is what I normally do after working the whole day, and, you know, doing my life thing, and healing work, and educating people about Reiki and sound healing and energy work and all that. And then I get to come out here at night and no one's around, and it's not like it's LA. I gotta tell you, it is not like it's normal LA. It's secret LA. It's haunted LA. That's what it is. It's haunted LA, and not very many people know about this area. So I'm really grateful that I live here. And yeah, it's getting a little light here, but there are some areas where it's just so dark and all of the lights are out. And a couple of months ago, we had blackouts. And gosh, I went out because you couldn't stay in the house. It was too hot. The blackouts happened. It was too hot. And it was, what could you do? You couldn't sleep. It was too hot to sleep. And the lights, no electricity was happening. We had those rolling blackouts. So, you know, midnight comes along, and I'm like, well, let's take a walk. So I took a walk, and here's a really dark area. You know, I wish you could see to the right, but if you could, you'd be able to see there's a tennis court over there, and all of these ficus trees the roots are ripping up the sidewalk. And then over here, I gotta show you this. This is a really intense house. This is the very first house that the mayor of Van Nuys owned this house. I've got a low network connection. There we go. I wish you guys could see this. It's so badass. You really can't see it, unfortunately, but it's this truly intense, huge, monstrous, scary house, and it's like, you know, a block from my house. Anyway, we are walking now on, we're gonna walk this way. We're walking on my favorite street in the whole world. And this street is not only where I saw that scary, you know, ghost, but it's also where I do a lot of my manifesting.
Do you see any houses with candy down that way?
No, nobody's around.
Nobody?
No candy. No candy, no kids. Really, everybody's gone from here.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
Good luck. Bye. Okay, that was kind of scary too. Nobody ever like yells at me from their car in this neighborhood. What the fuck? That was kind of weird. Anyway, so I was saying this is my I think what's even more scary actually is that he called me Miss. That was polite. I know. The boy is just trying to be polite. Anyway, so this is my very favorite street, and it's so intensely dark down here, and intense and scary and fun. And here we go. Here we go. Cool. Here's a cool house. Look at that vestibule there. Neat. Oh, hi there. Hi, puppy. Hello. Whose are you? Where's your mommy? Where's your mommy? Yeah. Oh. Well, at least you have a necklace on. I mean, a collar, huh? Is this where you live? Okay. See you later. Well, maybe I have a new pet. No, my cat Bentley would not really enjoy a new dog. All right. What else? There's some other. Oh, wait till you see this house. This is kind of intense. Oh, I don't even know whose dog that is. That's so weird. That's another weird thing. Like, come on. Nobody, you know, leaves their dog out. Look at that. Isn't that nice? They've got all these creepy statues in their front yard there. You know how, like, some people can afford to buy all these creepy statues of, like, people doing things. Like sitting down and pointing and shit. I wish you could see them, but they're in there. All right, I think that's it for now. We took a nice little walk, and I will probably do this again and talk about some more positive things. But anyway, happy Samhain, everyone. We'll talk to you later. Tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow for All Saints Day. All right, bye.